Hello and welcome to the Insight podcast, which is a podcast about insight, which is why we called it that. You already know what we do here. We talk to the cast and crew of the film, and we've got two of those people here, so I'm going to let them introduce themselves. I was going to let you decide between yourselves which order you were going to introduce in.
I go first.
You go first then.
Sorry, Anna. Hi, my name's Beth Tyler. I am the assistant director for the film Insight, and I'm head of social media. Passing it down to you.
Hi, I'm Anna Vries, and I am the assistant producer of Insight, and I am the head of the PR department.
Okay, so first question, as usual, which is, of course, what inspired you to go into this industry and take on the roles that you are doing?
Well, usually I'm the actor. So this is my first time being an assistant director or anything on the other side of the camera. So actually it's quite exciting for me. What inspired me to do this? I actually made a showreel, an acting showreel, and I really liked some of the scenes. So I was like, I'm going to make this into a short film. This is going to be so easy. And I directed it, produced it, and cut it all on my own for the first time on iMovie. And it actually turned out really good. So I was like, you know what? I think I've got a gaff for this. Like, let's just do it. So yeah, that's why. That's my inspiration.
Did you apply for the Set Ready course as an actor then? Or
did I? No, I actually did it as a director, but then in my audition I was like, I do act as well, so do you want like my acting showreel, or do you want? And they were like, no, it's fine. But then I sent my acting showreel anyway, and I was like, I directed it, so I did both. So who knows, I might be here as an actor as well, but
you can take over if anyone falls ill.
Exactly. All good.
Oh, my turn. So I always wanted to become an actress, and then I didn't think my face was good enough to be an actress, and my acting skills weren't good enough. And then I did a lot of behind the scenes, and I think my brother wanted to become a film director, so I may have got inspiration from that as well. And then for my A-level, I made a short film with a dog and a little boy. And one of the two rules is like never work with young children and a dog. And all my teachers kept on saying to me, don't do that because that's going to be like really, really difficult. It's not going to look very good. And I did it anyway. And I really enjoyed it. And I love bossing people around and having like a little image in my head that I want to create into a film. And I love being able to just do that. So then I was like, well, I guess I'm a director. But I think it's good to have the acting experience because then I can try and get across to the actors what I want from them. That makes sense.
Yeah, I did that with my film studies. Did a film with my dog, and I tried to write it around my dog's behaviour to get around that issue. And then when we came to film it, my dog didn't do what he normally does, which was very...
I had to hire like a professional like movie dog. It was so fun.
Oh my God, you cut your dog from the show. Heartless.
A lot of people, like in the first one with Bailey and Bethany and Arjun, a lot of people who end up working behind the scenes do start out as actors. And I just find that fascinating that like it seems that the majority of people who come into the industry start out as actors. And I think that's possibly because they're the face of the industry, they're the ones you see the most, but it's strange how many people start out being actors. Because for myself, I wanted to be an actor when I was young, and although I've had more of an interest in directing, I couldn't see myself doing anything other than the acting. But that's not the case for everyone, is it?
I think that's so true though, because like I wanted to kind of become a director so I understood how to talk to the actors before, because I've been on film sets where a lot of the time about 80% of the directors don't actually know how to talk to an actor and how to get into the actor's mind. And you ask them for like some direction and they're like, oh, just wing it. Or like they don't have the direction or the story of where the actor wants to go. So I think coming from an actor's point of view and understanding what an actor needs to go through to get into the role and all like, you know, the mental process before it, I think it's so interesting to have like both sides and understand both sides.
Yeah, and I think having an interest in the directing and having directed some small stuff myself, having a bit of an idea of where directors coming from directing the actor, it's good to be able to see both sides, and it just makes for a more efficient working relationship, doesn't it? So both of you mentioned there that you are assistant roles, assistant director and assistant producer. So for people who may not know exactly what those roles entail, like myself, what exactly does that mean you do on a project such as Insight?
Basically all the dirty jobs the director doesn't want to do. Long story short, Arjun, the director, just tells me all the jobs and then I have to go and make his life less stressful. And then I have a second director who then I give all my dirty jobs that I don't want to do to her, and then Natalie does it. So it's quite nice. Yeah, it's quite nice.
Yeah, and I just help out Bailey if he needs my help. But he's such a good producer that he does a lot of it himself. So I'm kind of having to badger him like, oh, you've got anything for me to do? Like, I can do this. And so then I became head of the PR department. And then now I'm like with an eco squad. So like, I'm busy now, which is good. But like, I just help him out if he needs help. And I think I also try to like check up on everyone in the group and make sure they're all happy. Because I think that's also really important when you're making a film, that everyone is happy and everyone is doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you mentioned there about also being head of PR and Beth, you're head of social media. So that is sort of roles that we've created ourselves in the group. So what are the differences in terms of that as opposed to just being assistant director or assistant producer? What do you do as a head of department?
Oh, you don't realize how much marketing there is behind a film. Like, I now will appreciate every poster, every trailer, every post that I see from a film, because I'm like, I know the midnight Zoom calls and messages to get that ready for the next day. And I am so thankful for my team because they are an amazing, amazing team and they have just got their together. So yeah, it's completely difficult. It is difficult, but completely different to being an assistant director, because there's just the whole marketing aspect of it, which is a difficulty in itself, and trying to, get the target audience and get them interested. And then along with PR as well, they run hand in hand. So it's a massive challenge, but when you've got a really strong team, it's a lot easier and a lot more fun.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's like so much prep work that I think I never really fully realized how much there was. And I think it's so good to have a team working with you that are so dedicated and they know what they're doing. And or at least all I have to really do is like tell them occasionally, oh, how about we change these words around, and how about we try to add this into there. But I mean, I can literally tell them what to do and they'll do it. And they're all really, really good.
We are a great team.
You are.
Big yourself up, Johnny. Go on.
I'm in both teams, and I'm the best part about both teams. So
exactly,
just the best person in the group. Let's be honest.
Definitely.
That's terrible. Well, not keeping that in.
Cut that out.
So a question that I've asked a lot of the people so far is about the National Youth Film Academy and what sort of drew them to that. And so I'm going to ask you guys that as well. But on top of that, now that you're sort of a month and a half or however long we are into the process, what sort of advice would you give to people looking to do the course in the future? Of course, it's not going to be exactly how we've done it because of circumstances of the world as they are, but is there any advice that you would give to people doing the course in the future?
Get to love Zoom. It's going to be your new best friend. I think just be prepared to work hard. I think, as I said before, our team is very, very hardworking as a whole, and we've put the time, the effort, and the prep into it. And so it's made the process just 1,000 times easier to get everything out and going. And we've got a really hardworking team. So yeah, just come with 100% effort and willingness and wanting to learn and wanting to create, and then you will create something amazing.
I would also say be prepared to compromise a lot, because you might have an idea of what you want to do or what you want to be, like what role you want to take on. And that might not always happen. But I think if you don't get the role you want and you get put in just as a general person, then I think you need to take it as an opportunity just to learn about what goes into the filmmaking process. And I think it's also great networking. Great for networking. There we go. My sentence didn't make sense. Great for networking, because there are so many people in this group who I would absolutely love to work with in the future on like my future projects. Yeah, but I think you have to be able to compromise, and also not always things will go as you want them to go. So I feel like if you're as prepared as possible, and you have to be able to work in the group that you're given, you might not get along with everyone, but you're just going to have to, well, suck it up and get on with it, because it's at the end of the day, you're making a film, and in the real industry, you're not always going to get along with the people that you're working with, but you just got to push through, because at the end of the day, it's going to be a great film.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with all that. I think, like you said, Beth, really working hard and throwing yourself out and making as much of it as you can. I sort of throw myself into it more than I expected to, just because of like how I work as a person. I know that I need to be like doing stuff all the time to make sure that I'm not doing nothing. But I think we just have such a great group that we can all work together, and we've all made the most of it, and we're just hopefully we're making a really great film because of it. And I mean, it seems like what we're doing so far is pretty good. So, so Beth, you mentioned Zoom there, and using Zoom, we've had to use it a lot, obviously, because we're all working remotely. So what were some of the challenges that you guys have sort of found working remotely, specifically in the roles that you've been given on the film?
I just find it so weird that we only know like this of everybody. Like, we already went through how tall everyone was, and I was very shocked to see that Anna and I were the tallest girls, and like some people are completely tiny. So when we meet in real life, we're going to be like, why are we not the same sized?
I also think it's going to look weird, because like obviously I'm so used to seeing your faces on Zoom, but I always think people look different on camera than they do in real life. I'm going to be really curious to see if like anyone doesn't actually look the way that they look.
I'll have completely different hair by the time we meet. This is my lockdown hair, and I'm going to have to get it cut for the film. I'm filming another short film like the week before we film ours, and I need it short for that. So I'll have different hair when we all meet. So all this.
God, tell Arjun that, because the whole character's just out the window now. We needed you with long hair.
It's fine. I'll get back a wig.
This now. Thanks, Johnny.
I've ruined the entire film. Well, I was talking to him about it, and he was like, "Oh, don't go skinhead." And I'm like, "Yeah, obviously, I'm not gonna go. Why would I do that? Why would I
purposely go skinhead?
You have to go skinhead now.
Put a bald cap on you so you can keep your real hair, but just like for the first introduction.
I'm gonna have to add that into like props. Get a wig for you.
But yeah, it was really awkward. But it got me out of the situation, and I just walked off, because I think she threatened to call the police or something.
Oh,
But-
really?
Yeah.
Can you say something in Dutch? Let me see if I can copy you.
Yeah, but now I have to think about what do you want me to say?
Just say, watch our film Insight.
Oh no, my mind
Was insight in Dutch?
Come on.
Okay.
All right. So Anna, can you say in Dutch, go watch our film Insight, and I'll try and copy you.
Ga onze film Insight bekijken.
Gaan ze film Insight bekijken.
You sound German.
Oh dear.
German though.
Spot on for German, I'm assuming.
It's not Dutch.
No.
Oh, God.
I think German is very like harsh in their sounds, but Dutch is a bit softer.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, see, it's all in the intonation.
Mm.
I hate it when people say like Dutch sounds like German. Like that's one of my pet peeves. It just don't go there.
It's not that.
Are we talking about the film?
Yes, sorry.
You gotta have a good tangent, I suppose.
But we did just promote it in a different language.
Yeah,
We did. Say at the end, I'm gonna get you
All
to
our
say,
Dutch followers.
donate to our crowdfunder in Dutch.
Wait, sorry. What do you want me to say? Donate to our crowdfund in Dutch?
Yeah, I will leave it to the end so you can have a bit of a think about it and just say the full URL in Dutch, please. Thank you. So coming into this process and working with the group, was there any sort of surprises about working in the industry that you didn't know about that you discovered through this process?
I didn't know what a producer does. Like, I always thought, like, I knew that their producer, like, brought everyone together, but I don't think I've ever been in a thinking about money, like, all that type of stuff, which is, like, I'm not good at maths, so money side is terrible. I'm so glad Bailey knows that. Yeah. But I think, because assistant producer is not really a thing in, like, the real film industry. So I think that is a role that I've also had to try and take on and just do as much as I possibly can. But yeah, there's so much like marketing as well. Like I thought you just make a poster and have a little teaser trailer.
Yeah. Like, I didn't realize how much work we had to do. Like being an actor, you're like, oh, I just learn my lines, turn up to set.
Actors have the easiest job.
I was like, I want to be an actor now. I don't want to be an assistant director. Like, this is too much work. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, thank God we've got, Bailey and Argent, leading the way, because they're amazing to learn from. And yeah, it's an eye-opening experience. Like, I'm never going to go to set now and be like, I've got it easy. Like, I fully appreciate every single person on set.
I'm gonna start sitting, like, in a cinema when you're watching film and then the credits roll. Like, I usually just get up and leave, just because like there's like a billion names, and I like never really clicked that all those people were needed to make the film. So I'm just gonna sit
and be like,
I'll salute them.
I mean, you are known as like the clapping Anna, so
it's true.
After every Zoom call, you'll go,
a little clapping emoji.
Hello, guys. No, she'll clap.
Yeah. You do the little clapping emoji as well, though.
Yeah, but it's both. She'll do it.
It is both.
I'll do this. Wait, I'll do it. I just think it's nice though, because like I want people to feel like they're doing a good job, because they are. And like if you've just had a great meeting, you've just discussed some awesome things, and the film's going to be great, then you just have a clap.
Yeah, I think that should be a new thing in all meetings, virtual or non-virtual. At the end of the meeting,
we all have a clap.
Yeah.
So you sort of touched on it a little bit, but if you were to work on this project or any project in a different role, what role would that be and why?
think, sorry, can I go first?
Yeah.
I think I would go for the director role. I mean, I think Arjun is doing a great job, but because I view myself as a director already, that I create the story slightly different to how he's created it. So I think it's going to be really difficult for me personally when he's filming and he's got the ideas that he's created and he's going to...
You're in the background going, no.
Just there, like, this is awful. I want to make this so much better.
I just like... I think I'm going to be viewing it differently. I think it's going to be hard to see a film that I've worked alongside you guys on and not be in charge of how the end product is going to look like. Like, I can help make the film as best as possible, like before, and like I can help people during, but I don't have control over the visual aspect, which is, I would love to see me try and do this specific film after Arjun's done his version, maybe do my own little version of it.
So what you're saying is Arjun's terrible and he's going to ruin the whole thing.
I did not say that. I just think all directors have a different viewpoint on how it can be shot in film.
Exactly. Spielberg and Tarantino are not exactly the same director category, are they?
And I think if you gave them the same script, you get two completely different movies.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I've just maybe insulted Arjun a little bit, but...
No, because I...
He's going to be so mad when he watches this.
No, he's not.
We've just spent the entire time slagging him off.
Oh my God. Well, that has to be cut out, doesn't it?
Sorry, no podcast this week, guys. We just had to cut it all.
No, I would probably say the same. I would probably be the director, just because the assistant director and the director are similar, but they are very different at the same time. I would kind of, as Anna say, love to put my own spin on it and do it completely different. I think I'd probably be more Quentin Tarantino and drop a lot more gore and guns and under the 12A license. I think that'd be quite cool. Just to have like the creative freedom to do whatever you want and to be allowed to do it as well. I think that'd be quite cool.
And then on to my final question now. So, I mean, I don't know if there's anything else you want to bring up, you want to mention before we get there.
What would you take, Johnny?
What would I? Trying to flip my own questions against me. I'm glad I left out some of the other ones, so you can't flip them against me too. I don't know.
Come on,
the easiest...
you know you want to be the director.
but I'd be really bad. I don't know, because I don't have the patience to be an editor. Maybe a writer. I think I'd have to work with another writer, but
you can learn from Bethany.
Yeah, I quite like
Bethany and Padma
having creative control of the story itself and where the story goes, and so I think I'd probably say writer, because I'd be too bad as a director.
I have a story about this though, because
do tell.
Yeah, so I was on the film. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but oh well, I'm saying it.
We've said it now.
I said it, and the writer was actually on set, and they would be having massive arguments with the director, being like, "No, I don't want it shot like this. This is my story," and it was insane to watch, because I was like, "Oh my God, like, hun, calm down." And yeah, so just be careful if you want to be the writer, because you don't want to be a psychotic writer.
Oh no, I am very.
Well, like, I get that. Like, I get that when it's something that you as a writer put like your time and effort in, and you know the stories and like you created it. I get then watching someone else try and take what you've written and make it their own. So like, I'm if I ever make a film, which by the way I'm writing right now.
Write, produce, direct, market, PR, everything.
act all the roles.
Who's going to be the boss queen?
Little crown. On that like Instagram thing, when we did the what role are we in the film? I think I got like the studio boss or something.
Yeah, head of studio.
I think it's fake. It's meant to be.
You're saying it's not completely accurate?
No, it is.
It's genuinely accurate.
She's meant to be the queen of everything.
You wait, guys. 5 years from now, you'll be like, oh, I was honoured to work with her.
Yeah.
Also, Spectre Productions buys out Disney.
Oh, God. History in the writing. History in the writing. History in the making.
To be honest, I feel like Disney is going to take over everything eventually.
Yeah, probably. Oh, well.
Market to them.
Yeah. We love Disney. Please hire us.
Do love Disney. If I could ever work on something, Disney.
Oh my God.
What would you work on Disney related?
Anything? Like, I would love to be part of like the new like live action remakes of like Rapunzel or something.
Like Mulan and stuff.
Yeah. I'm not very happy that they took out Li Shang. I'm still quite cross about that. So, but yeah, I would love to work on like Marvel as well. I think that would be fun. I'd love to make, the Famous Five.
The Fantastic Five?
That's the one. Sorry, I'm thinking of the Dutch version because my dad always used to read them in Dutch to me.
The Famous Five.
I would love to do like, I know some films or TV shows have been made about that. I'd love to do that. Oh my goodness, what else? There's so much I want to do.
God, I don't think I could do Marvel. Marvel just like, I'm bored of the first Iron Man, and now there's like, 17 films of the same film. I can't. I'm sorry to everyone who's Marvel fans. A lot of you.
I think I want to, like, if I could play in a Marvel film, I think I'd want to be a villain.
I mean, that's a bit different. I would play in a Marvel film, but I wouldn't want to.
I would want to be like a villain that's not like the generic, I've got a horrible past or like that type of stuff. I just want to be like the most evil, but like extremely clever and can't be outwitted.
Ursula's sister in The Little Mermaid. She's like the skinny version of Ursula. I could see being.
Her sister?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so excited for The Little Mermaid now. Oh
my goodness. I didn't know that.
Maybe get the casting. Do a self-tape for that.
I could do that.
Yeah. Disney, if you're listening, hire Anna.
Please do hire me, Disney, if you're watching this.
We've sold ourselves really well.
Watch Inside as well, guys.
Take that.
The shame
Anyway,
we won't be able to see any of it because it's all getting cut. Final
Ours is going to be deleted.
Final question then. It's almost over. What are you most excited for?
Say it again because I was finding myself.
Okay. Final question. What are you most excited for people to see in Insight?
I just think like the film in itself, because I'm excited to see, how we're marketing it and, how it kind of, because we know what the storyline is and everything in between. And I'm excited for people to, follow our journey, follow the posts, and then understand the characters in the film, be like, oh, okay, like I remember that from the post. And yeah, I'm excited for that.
I'm excited for people to be utterly confused and all have their suspicions on what happened. I feel like every time I talk about the film, I have to be really, really careful not to say
like you have to sign a non-disclosure, don't you? Because we're like, nothing happens.
I feel like I should get one of those zips and just zip my mouth up and be like, can't talk.
This is the struggle of being an assistant producer and director, guys. It's just all these secrets that we have to keep.
Yeah. We know everything.
We do.
Do you know what actually happens? Because I don't know. I've not been
And
told.
I can't say anything now. I'm putting it down.
I'll find out eventually. When the film comes out, I'll find out at the same time everyone else does.
Nice chat, guys. Nice chat.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's it from me with the questions.
Jenny, you probably thought we were like the worst two you've interviewed so far with the amount of
we've been the best. I think we're all chat show people now, aren't we?
I would love to host a chat show.
Yes, yeah, right.
So I feel like I'm warming into it a little bit now.
Yeah, you've got it. You're like the Jonathan Ross.
Okay. I mean, there's worse.
He doesn't know
the American Jimmy. Just fake laugh and everything.
Yeah.
Funny. So unless you have anything else to add, then that's the end of this discussion, I think.
Can you be a bit more happy about this? This has been a blast.
Are you sad that we're like that? This is ending. This is like the best podcast ever.
I've had an amazing 3 minutes. Check out our crowdfunder.
Yeah, check out our crowdfunder. The link is probably linked on this, and this is going on the website.
Come on,
on the website.
Get your stuff together. Come on. If you're going to promote us, at least be able to say it.
Do you want to do it, Beth?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Well, I'll let the professionals.
Okay. Go on, you say this is the end then. Go on.
This is the end of the podcast now.
Thank you.
It's been the end of the podcast for like the last 10 minutes.
I know.
Sorry, I interrupted you again, Beth.
Right, do it again. Come on.
You can't cut this out, by the way. This is comedy.
It's like
Johnny's going to quit all.
Wasn't that a fun discussion? We'd learned so much about each other. And now it's the end of the podcast. So we're going to say goodbye now. But before we do, we're going to let you know where you can go and support us. You can go and donate to our crowdfunder. The links to which they're on our social medias. They'll be on the website, which is where this will be. This is also going on YouTube. I would assume it will be in the description of the YouTube video as well. So go and support. Any amount of money we're very grateful for it. Although if you can't support us financially, that's okay. We understand that. But you can support us in other ways by sharing our pages around and getting the word out. And that's all appreciated as well. Was that okay, Beth? Did I do good?
Well
Thank you.
Well done. Your James Corden
First time.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye for now.